like my whole life has been a fucking gaslight. I am constantly putting on an act. That gets fucking exhausting. I have to put in like 10 times more energy to get normal tasks done, and then I'm like burnt out, and then I feel like I'm crazy because my boyfriend's like, oh my god, like let's do this, and I'm thinking, how have you still got energy? I can't keep dwelling. But at the same time, like I just need a rant this week. I need to have some sort of intervention. I need to do something. But then it's like, do I need to do something? Because I'm always doing something. Hello my angels. Today's video is looking very different. I don't usually do get ready with me's, but I have tried filming a video literally so many times this week and it has not gone to plan whatsoever. So I scrapped that. I've been having a little bit of a meltdown all week, to be honest. I'm gonna do my makeup for the day. I'm not gonna do anything too extreme. I literally just want to look a little bit presentable. But basically, I have been in turmoil this week and it kind of feels like there's no reason for it. It feels like it's out of nowhere, but obviously with everything, you feel a certain way for a reason. Like it's not for nothing. So I've just really been trying to get to the root of that, and after a lot of introspection, I've realised that I'm actually very frustrated. I literally feel like my brain doesn't work in the same kind of way as other people's brains, and I've always suspected that I have like ADHD or maybe like a little bit of autism. I don't know if I've got autism, but I've always suspected that I've been on the spectrum in some kind of way. It's just one of those things, like people point it out to me, people observe that in me and like ask me things like that, like they're joking, but you know when it's not a joke, like you know when they're being serious but they're masking it as a joke. Yeah, that's what I get all the time. But I've just kind of always brushed it off and been like, no, like no. And I remember me and my friend, like we always talk about ADHD, and like I went through a phase a couple of years ago where I was like, yeah, I've definitely got ADHD. And then I realised that, well, I kind of had this revelation, like, no, I don't have ADHD, like I just have an attention deficit, like it's because I go on TikTok, it's because of social media, because of today's day and age. And I do think that people, like it seems like everyone has ADHD, and I did kind of think of it like, oh, maybe people haven't got ADHD, they've just got an attention deficit, blah blah blah. I basically think that I have been pushing that side of me into my shadow and I've been kind of denying it, but I genuinely feel like I might have ADHD or something like that. I find it so difficult to do the things that normal people seem to do easily. And I say normal, I don't mean normal because who is normal, but I mean just like the average person. Like I struggle with the most simplest things ever. Like I struggle to make sense, oh, what is in my eye? I struggle to make sense out of the most basic things. And like, that's fine, whatever, it is what it is. And I've always just thought like, oh, I'm just a little bit thick. Like I'm not that intelligent when it comes to things like that. And like I've always been told my whole life, like, yeah, you don't have common sense, which pisses me off because what is common sense anyway? But I feel like I'm very intelligent in general. Like I know that I'm smart, I know that I know things, but I really struggle to apply myself, and it's really hindered me in life. And honestly, I was recording myself speaking yesterday because I needed to journal, but I was writing and my handwriting was just like, I couldn't even read what I was saying. I was thinking, right, I need to speak this out loud. And what the fuck was I even saying? Like I've literally forgot what I was saying just now. Oh yeah, so I was getting really emotional. I was like just talking and I was literally crying because I was thinking, I feel like my whole life has been a fucking gaslight. Like I've always felt like there's something wrong with me, but it's kind of one of those things, like people just put it down to something actually being wrong with me. Whereas if I had ADHD, that would explain a lot and it would mean that there isn't anything wrong with me. But because I've not been diagnosed with ADHD, it's kind of like I feel like there's something wrong with me, if you know what I mean. And like, I know what you're thinking, like go to the doctors, get diagnosed, see if you have it or not. But like the waiting list is 2 years. It is crazy. And like I can't afford, I think it's like £2 to get assessed instantly, and I don't have that kind of money right now. I don't know if it makes sense when I say that. It just feels like a gaslight. I feel like I am being gaslit all the time. Like I feel like people just don't get me, people don't understand me, and people think that I'm something that I'm not, but it's because I can't articulate the way I'm thinking and feeling properly. Like I don't fucking know, I can't even explain this right now. And I also came across this term of masking, and that is definitely, if I do have ADHD, that is definitely something that I do. Why is the road so fucking noisy? That is absolutely something that I do, because if I do have... Why is it so noisy? Because I have kind of been in denial about the way that I am and the way that my brain functions, I genuinely feel like I am constantly putting on an act, and that gets fucking exhausting. Like, I'm constantly trying to live life how a typical person would live their life and like do the things that they would do, but I know that deep down everything feels so much harder for me, and like I can't do it. I can't do it with ease. And I know a lot of people probably are just doing it and not complaining about it, like they're just keeping their mouth shut and they're just getting on with it. But I just know that I would do that if I was like them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't moan about everything, but this just feels like there is something not quite right. Me doing average things, like me just doing day-to-day tasks and mundane, boring things like cleaning, organising, as much as I like doing it and I find it therapeutic to do and I like being in a clean space, I find it really, really difficult, and it really exhausts me because I'll do it anyway. Like, I do it because I grew up in a household where I couldn't be messy. Like, I wasn't allowed, otherwise I would get fucking screamed at, and I did not want that in my life. But I kind of learned how to just mask what I was feeling and like mask the way that my brain works. Like, I would try to overcompensate, and I think because I tried to do that, I really hindered my actual intelligence and like the things that I'm actually capable of, because I'm exhausting myself with day-to-day tasks that don't matter, but then I'm not putting my focus into the things that I want to put my focus into. Like, I really hyperfixate over things and I really find certain topics interesting, and I wish that my life could accommodate for me to just have a day to just research like one topic that's on my mind and like just fully go into that and do that. That is what I would love to do, but because I work a 9-to-5 job, I have to just neglect that and do the normal boring mundane shit. But then I feel like it's taken away from my genius and like my knowledge and my interests, and where my interests could be expanded and applied. I don't know if that made sense. I just feel like living a normal life is fucking exhausting, and I have to put in like 10 times more energy to get normal tasks done, and then I'm like burnt out, and then I feel like I'm crazy because my boyfriend's like, oh my god, like let's do this, and I'm thinking, how have you still got energy to do this? Like, I need to lay down, I need to lie flat and just cry. This is what I get like all the time, and I was literally crying yesterday in this fucking like video that I was doing of myself, because I was thinking, I have been like this my whole life and I've always thought that there's something wrong with me. I'm gonna start fucking crying again. I'm not gonna cry, but I've always felt like there's something wrong with me, but maybe there's not. Maybe I have got ADHD, I don't even know. Yeah, so when I've been trying to film a video this week, I've just not been able to fully focus and apply myself to it because my mind has been elsewhere. Like, I've been doing like mundane tasks and like keeping up with cleaning and keeping on top of a house, which I do enjoy doing because it's like we've just got this house and like I'm enjoying the cleaning, but like it's actually making me exhausted. I just feel like this has been the story of my whole life, and I don't know whether it got triggered. Right, so the other day my little brother, my baby brother, passed his driving test, and I honestly am so proud of him. Like, I am so proud and I'm so glad that he did that, because I know how horrible it was doing that myself, and like it took me so long to do it, and it was such a horrible time of my life. Like, I hated doing my driving tests and driving lessons and things like that. It took me 4 goes to pass, and it was traumatic. It took me about 4 years to finally get to the point of doing my test. Anyway, he passed his test, and I honestly am so happy for him, and this always feels like it's going to come across like, oh, you're not happy for them. Like, I am genuinely so happy for him. Like, I was so overjoyed that he passed. Like, I didn't even expect it. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know you were doing your test. It was amazing. I'm so happy for him. But 2 things can exist at the same time. Like, I can be happy for someone, but it can also shine a light on something within me that I'm upset about or that I don't like, or it just brings awareness to something. And I think it really made me feel stupid. It made me feel like there is something wrong with me, and like I don't have common sense, because it took me so long to pass my driving test. And I know that at the time it was because I couldn't commit. That's why it took me 4 years, because it was just on and off driving lessons, and it was just one of those things, and I feel like it just took me so long. And then that made me think, like, why is everything in my life like that I do, why does it take me so long to get to the point that I want to get to? Like, even getting a house, like I've just moved into this beautiful house, I love it. Obviously, excuse the background right now, it's a really old house and we need to decorate it, but it took me so long to get to this point. And like, why did it take this long? Like, most of my friends, they literally moved out as soon as they had the opportunity to. Like, they saved up for like a couple of years and then moved out, and it was fine. But like, why did it take me why did it take me 8 years to move out? Make it make sense, because I was so unhappy. I was genuinely so unhappy living at home. Like, I always wanted to move out, but because I couldn't commit to saving, and I couldn't commit or decide whether or not I actually wanted to do that, or whether I wanted to like live my life and go on holidays and things like that and just spend my money elsewhere, or whether I actually wanted to be responsible and settle down and get a house. Why did it take me 8 years? Something that took other people like a couple of years to do, why did it take me 8 years? So it's just made me really reflective, and I think it's made me think a lot about my life. And like, I don't want to wallow, I don't want to keep feeling sorry for myself, because it is what it is. Like, if this is how my brain is, like, I just have to deal with it. Like, I can't keep dwelling. But at the same time, like, I just need a rant this week. Like, I just need to but it's fine. Like, the thing is as well, I am so all or nothing. It's ridiculous. Like, sometimes I will be so happy and so excited, and I'm literally on top of the world, and you cannot stop me talking. I mean, I don't think you can really do that anytime, to be honest, but like, I will be so happy. Oh my fucking god. Guys, I'm actually feeling unhinged this week, and I don't know what's going on. Like, everything keeps going wrong, and I know it's just been the Lionsgate portal. That was yesterday. And like, I feel like it's a very potent energy, and I feel like things can go wrong, but like, give me a break. I'm just trying my best. I'm just a girl. I'm just trying my best, and I'm trying to make things work, and it's just not working for me. And like, right, this is the other thing. So I feel like I've gotten to this point that I've been dreaming about for so long. This is what I've been manifesting for so long, to have my own house to live in, and like, just having my own space, having peace, having tranquility and everything like that. And it is so amazing. It is the best feeling ever. I can't explain it. It's just incredible. But tell me why I'm sad. And I know why I'm sad. Like, you don't need to tell me. Like, I know it's because obviously it's change. Like, any change is uncomfortable and difficult. And like, I do think there's a grieving process that comes with having like a different life. Like, manifesting new things and creating your dream life. Like, you are grieving a version of yourself that once existed, and I found that really difficult. And like, right, my family dog, she's really old, and it's making me want to cry. But yeah, it's just been difficult, and I think it can make you feel ungrateful. It can make you feel like you are crazy and like there's something wrong with you. Like, I feel like that's a general theme of my life at the minute. Like, I just genuinely feel like there's something wrong with me, and like, maybe there is. Maybe there is. I need to have some sort of intervention. I need to do something. But then it's like, do I need to do something? Because I'm always doing something. I'm always trying to make myself feel better. I'm always trying to make myself feel more productive and get shit done. And I do go through phases of doing this, because I'm very all or nothing. I'm either doing the most and I'm on top of my shit and doing all my healthy habits, or I'm doing nothing and I'm wallowing or I'm crying because I just simply cannot move. I can't do anything. I think you would probably see that from my YouTube channel, to be honest. Like, if you look on my channel, you'll see that there's very like structured, like positive, like how to do this kind of videos, which is very much me and like who I am when I'm feeling my best self. But then I've also got so many videos that are like me kind of talking like this and just venting and getting things off my chest, because I just go through these phases because I'm a human being. I know it all stems down to the fact that I am a human being, and it is what it is. But like, when you want to be great and when you want to do great things, and you know that you are capable of doing great things, you know you've got amazing ideas, you know you've got the potential to be incredible, but you feel like you're being hindered and blocked by your own brain and how it functions, It is the most frustrating feeling ever, and it can make you just feel so unaccomplished every single day of your life. And this is like genuinely what I've been feeling at the minute. And I am very self-aware. Like, I know that I'm doing great. Like, I'm doing amazing. And like, we've just moved into this house. That's a big thing. That's a big deal. But tell me why. Why do I feel like this? I know why. I think what I'm trying to say is that it's hard when you are living as a very highly sensitive, undiagnosed ADHD girly. It is very difficult to navigate life and get through the days when you're not feeling good and when you're feeling like this, because it's like you can't commit, you can't apply yourself, you can't really do anything, and it feels like I don't want to waste my time doing certain things because I know that it's not going to achieve anything in the moment. Like, it's like I need that instant feeling of satisfaction that I've done something. But I know that some days you just don't have that. Like, sometimes you just do things and you don't see a result from it, and that's fine. But like, I can't deal with that on days like this. I can't deal with it. Like, I need to see results right now or I'll cry. But anyway, that was my very unhinged. Get ready with me. I'm not even ready, to be honest, because like, look, what is happening here? I'm leaving my hair like this. I'm just gonna look like this today. It's better than how I looked about 20 minutes ago. And I'm only working from home. So I just feel like whenever I plan something and whenever I have like a good idea and I really want to do it and execute it well, the universe is just like, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, no, you're not doing that. And it's so annoying because I feel like I'm always having to kind of like follow the ebbs and flows of my life and follow like the intuition and like what I should be doing and all this kind of stuff. I just want to stick to a plan. I just want to be organized, and I want to film a video that I've planned and then edit it and then be happy with it and upload it. And I want to just do that week in, week out. But it never works out that way. I feel like I'm always being guided by my intuition to do something different, and it's chaotic and it does not help my brain at all. Anyway, that's my little moan. I hope you're all doing all right. I am actually fine. Like, I'm so fine. I'm feeling so much better today because yesterday, like, I was trying to film a video and I was like crying. So it's progress. And I just want you to know that if you were in the same kind of boat and if you feel like this, I feel like I'm normal. I feel like I am fine in myself, but it's just other people. I feel like other people misunderstand me. So if you're feeling anything like me, just know we're in this together. Like, it's so frustrating when you feel like people don't understand you, and it's so frustrating when you feel like you're being gaslit because you think you've got ADHD but you can't get diagnosed with ADHD, and you're just in this weird murky middle ground where you're just kind of expected to live on and do normal things. Like, I almost want to get a diagnosis of ADHD just so I can have that validation. I feel like I just live for validation. The way this video is so unhinged. I just really didn't want to not film a video for you guys because I've been trying all week and I just wanted something uploaded. I just wanted to let you know where my head is at and like what I'm going through at the minute, because I can imagine that there are a lot of people out there going through it too. And the worst thing, and this is why I'm filming this video, is because I hate feeling like I'm the only one. So if I see people talking about this kind of stuff, it makes me feel so happy and so validated, and I'm like, yes, it's fine. We're not crazy. We're just going through it. Like, we are just girls. But I feel like too much content out there is just people showing their best selves and showing exactly what they want to show. But this is what I want to see. I want to see people talking about real things, real problems, and not just pretending like everything's fine, everything's okay. Like, sometimes things aren't fine, and that's okay. Anyway, I love you all so much. I hope you're all doing okay, and I will speak to you next week, hopefully. Unless I decide to take a break. I probably won't, but, you know. Anyway, I love you guys.